Hi, Dan.
Hello.
Meet again.
Oh, yeah.
More of this abuse. Okay, so this is going to be more of the same thing that we did yesterday with the 9-run session. Except we're going to be mostly focusing on looking ahead.
Okay.
And looking ahead techniques and what that means.
All right.
So it's mostly going to be a primer for the afternoon, which is going to be a lot more of kind of mental games and messing with you and stuff like that. So
I did review the video that I had back there last night.
Okay.
And I do remember you did say I was looking ahead well. I think maybe part of my problem is I'm not processing what I'm seeing well enough.
Well, that's what we're going to get into a lot more detail with phase 2, because it's one thing to look ahead, but it's what you do with that information that matters.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to get you to look, at least on this course, in the right spots.
Okay.
And how you're going to be using that information to set up each
element.
Corner, each element. Yep.
All right.
All right. So we can go ahead and head up.
All ready to go here.
All right. You may fire when ready.
Oh, good. I get to use second gear today.
Yeah, woohoo! First of all, we gotta fix we're pinching things off. So that first cone that's out there, classic mistake of people want to try to drive towards that cone. So part of setting that element upright is you have to kind of drive almost straight out past it and then loop back around it and get right on the backside of it. So again, let's say this is our imaginary cone.
Okay, so we're talking about this first section right here, right?
Yeah, you have that cone that's kind of out in space there on the left. Yeah, we're kind of coming at it from this angle.
Okay.
You need to try to get to it about on this side of the base.
All right, so
what was happening is you kind of drove right at it, and then it was really hard to get around it, wasn't it? Because it's a slow corner.
Well, initially in my mind I thought of treating it like a sort of constant radius, but I guess that's not the right way to do it.
Well, that is how you want to do it, but that's not how you were driving it. You were driving at it and then around it. You want to drive it almost like a complete circle. But in order to do that, you have to come out. You have to kind of come out straight and around.
Come out further. All right.
So you need to come out further, turn a little bit later. The speed was fine, but coming out of it will be a lot easier because you need to connect all those different pointers that are through that section.
Yeah.
And you need to always be looking ahead at the next one before you even get to the next one the car is going to be at. Right. So as you get to that very first cone, you need to be looking at that.
That's the next one right there, and then whenever I'm approaching that one, get my eyes down further.
Right. So we'll watch this BRZ. Or the FRS and all
Here,
sorts.
Let's angle ourselves. Okay, better.
Let's see, take this off. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to set it up wide.
So setting it up wide.
You need to be looking at that. Now you need to be looking down there. Now you need to be looking at the next pointer down. About there, you need to be looking at the second cone in the solid.
Okay.
So you need to always be, again, 2-3 elements ahead.
All right.
And what you're trying to do is you're trying to use that information to visualize your line.
Yeah.
So you're trying to make a mental picture of, imagine that, with Gran Turismo or whatever, and somebody went and did like the little ideal line thing. That's what you're kind of constantly trying to do in your head as you go through the course.
Yeah, I mean, conceptually, I know if I'm looking at some place, I'm going to drive towards it.
Right.
So, just I need to actually put that in practice, but...
Right. Well, that's the trick, right? Is you got to put the we're gonna put those things together. At least by the end of the day, you're gonna not only be looking ahead better, but you'll be able to put the car in the right spot too.
Yeah. Now, my entrance to the slalom out there, I kind of knew from yesterday, I don't want to drive directly at the first one, and that's why I try to go swing out towards the first one more.
Yep.
Was that good?
I felt that was fine, except you overshot the entry a little bit.
I definitely overshot the entrance.
Because you go, it's tricky because you have the surface change there.
Yeah.
So you go over the hump, and then the car unloads, and then it pushes.
Oh, I know all about going over that.
You got to do it early.
Yeah. So I kind of want to get out there and get early in there.
Yep.
All right. This one, go out wider, link the elements, look it through.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Imagine you're driving through a tunnel.
All right.
And the tunnel is in a big circle.
Gotcha.
All right.
Go for it.
Yep. Swap, and then I'll talk about something else.
Gotcha.
One thing I was going to point out on your first run that I didn't get a chance to talk about, but you fixed it a little bit on the second run, was the back sweeper. So as you go through that sweeper, by the time you are once the car takes a set and you're committed to that sweeper, you need to be trying to look through the six-pack.
Okay.
And the reason for that is, we're always trying to drive to the next element. In the sense that we're always driving in pursuit of setup for the next element.
Yeah.
So everything you do now. So when I turn into this first corner, what I'm really doing is I'm really trying to set the car up for the next one.
Yeah.
And then the next one, and then setting up for the slalom, and then as I come out of the sweeper, I'm setting up for the six-pack. And the reason for that is, especially in that element, is you have a lot of throttle zone.
Yeah.
So the more that you're focused on the six-pack and what comes after it, the easier it's going to be for you to get on the throttle earlier and carry it longer.
Okay. Now, entering in the sweeper, I was watching a lot of folks, they were going straight at the left side of it and then making their turn afterwards instead of swinging out and trying to do that.
Yeah.
Was that the more appropriate thing to do?
Well, you need to be out. You need to be kind of out towards where that water is. You need to just be able to be out enough. So again, imagine this is our imaginary cone. You have that cone that's out in space.
Yeah.
What you were doing on the first run is you wanted to fixate a lot on that cone.
Okay.
And so you kind of drove to it, and then you said, okay, I made it past it, and then you get on the throttle. The reality is that you need to set it up a little bit wider.
Okay.
And as long as you do that, you can be on the throttle 10 or 15 feet earlier.
Okay. Okay.
Assuming that you're looking ahead, because again, you're not just driving element to element, but the elements don't exist in a vacuum.
Okay.
They all connect together. So how you get into and out of one matters a lot.
Okay. Because like I said, I was working course first. I was watching people go through there, and it was basically a 50-50 mix of both, it seemed, at times.
Yeah.
So I was just curious.
Okay. All right. you can see out of the sweeper especially, because I wanted to make sure I got that part right.
Yeah.
Was I can start to roll into the throttle.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I noticed the roll into the throttle earlier.
And I'm doing it when that cone's still kind of in front of me. You know, that cone's still 5 or 10 feet out.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to like line these sort of invisible planes up.
Yeah.
So you've got this plane of this 6-pack in this straight line, and this sort of just slight curve through that through those through the two slalom cones.
Yeah.
I'm trying to set it up so that way I can see all that sort of in one straight line.
Okay. Yeah, because I noticed whenever I was going out there, at least on my second time, definitely, I was like looking back and forth between the 6-pack and the cones I was about to try to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely tell I was looking back and forth on doing it, but
yeah.
So. Notice you were going through this first section a lot tighter than I was, or at least it felt like it.
Yeah, I'm trying to. The key is the positioning. It's not so much the speed, but making sure that obviously you want to do it, try to do it at 10 tenths, but it's more important to get the car on the cones than just
going through it quickly.
Yeah, than just trying to get through it quickly as you can. So.
All right. Backwards, it would literally just one wheel peel for 200 feet. Like there was just nothing you could do. I don't know why they didn't just put a standard on these cars.
I don't know.
Ridiculous.
They don't have track block crap in their own. Especially with the live axle. Live axle and open deck. That should go well.
That's the way Granddaddy did it. That's the way my father did it. That's the way I'm going to do it.
Good enough.
Hang on, I'm just going to do something.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you caught it yesterday, but the traction control likes to just turn on after you hot lap it a few times.
I didn't notice that much yesterday.
It happened yesterday. So I came with the line, I turned the car off and turned it back on.
Oh.
It's like, it happens, it only ever happens at schools. Never happens during a regular event.
Just when you do run out.
Yeah, just run after run after run. After like your 4th run, like we're doing now.
Yeah.
It then tends to turn on like halfway through the course.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's funny because yesterday Sam and I both noticed it at the exact same time. It fired on like halfway through the course.
Your traction control's on.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's on, it's off, I swear.
No, I know it comes on.
Yeah.
So that's why I did the quick turn off. So should be good for a while.
Yep. All right. Whenever you are ready.
All right.
So the coming back up through the I got to that through the straight into the offset start to finish, we're still a little bit late on that left.
Okay.
So we'll brake a little bit. Because what was happening is that we were a little bit late on it, but you still try to go. You still try to set up wide for that right turn into the finish.
Yeah.
And it you kind of ended up pinching yourself off.
Yeah, kind of went out there a little too far.
Well, because you lost that 4 or 5 feet of space that you needed to do that.
Well, the thing is, I made it through the vertical gate a lot faster, and I could tell because it was at the rev limiter for an entire second.
Yeah.
I wasn't there before.
Yeah. Yeah, you're starting to get, kind of build up that confidence of getting onto the throttle a little bit sooner.
Yeah. So, therefore, thusly, I went to the next element too fast.
Yep.
Well, I shouldn't say too fast, faster than I was used to, and therefore I kept the same braking zone, and therefore I was late in the next one.
Right. Common. And I think we talked about that yesterday,
yes,
too,
we did.
which is you get to this point faster, and so we're going to do the same thing.
Yeah. The only problem was it was at the end of that slalom that I couldn't figure out to save my stinking life because I couldn't add varying degrees of grip the entire time.
Yeah. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about that too much today.
Yes. Thankfully, actually getting heat in the tires actually seems
also does help.
Yes. Because Bridgestones do not like cold and wet.
No.
At all.
All right, whenever you're ready.
All right. Out of the slalom.
Yeah, you got a little excited.
Yeah.
Got a little excited and wanted to push the car a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And then you see how much that pushed you off that line.
Yes, it did.
But that was the thing though, right? Like, so we're trying to look ahead, we're trying to focus on next element. You're worried I think you're worried a little bit too much about where you're at then, which is, I can give it a little more throttle here, when it's like, okay, I don't even know, the car's not even in the right spot yet.
Okay.
So well, we want to try to minimize that.
All right.
So, we can start to roll onto the throttle. We shouldn't do any blips or anything when we're kind of out there in space.
All right.
And then sort of kind of test the limits of the rear traction. But again, it's much more important to make sure that we time that right. Because again, so you had to back out of it, and then the car was way out of shape, and you got on the throttle really late this time.
Yeah.
So we want to try to avoid having that become an issue.
I was still on the rev limiter, but not for nearly as long.
Yeah, it was just a little touch.
Yeah.
Let's go do it again. 3 more checks.
That is a nice little indication of how quickly I'm going through there, though.
Yeah.
That feeling. Like, how long am I on the rev limiter?
Yeah. And I think when you hit it right, you're gonna be on there for a while.
Yeah. Which is so disappointing in this car because it just holds the throttle and not does the lovely little rev limiter bounce.
Yeah, it doesn't do that.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
I wish it did. Well, I guess maybe that would make it more jarring, but I don't know.
You just notice it working.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Yep. Limiter as a brake light there.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. It seemed like you were just trying to see how much you can get out of the rev limiter. So,
I still drove the back sweeper a little too hard though.
a little bit too better than the last time, but a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
Because again, you're wanting to go to the throttle early, which is good, but we still haven't seen that gap open yet.
Okay.
So we're still, the 6-packs here, the 2 columns here, we're still kind of over here facing this direction.
Yeah.
We still need to wait a little bit longer. You need to be a little bit more patient.
Okay, wait a little bit more to roll on the throttle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, it has to be a roll on. It can't be floor, but just a little bit, little bits until you can find your way to the floor.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on. Get 2 more. So,
Well, it's because I'm probably
driving right at it.
I'm probably still thinking about, oh, I need to get through that sweeper right, and then just.
Yeah. Well, we want to try to get the whole thing right.
Yeah, I know.
As much as we can.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm also more concerned about the sweeper.
Yeah, because I'm not making up time through here as much as I would be out there. Although I will say though, it is getting very comfortable to look. Just keep looking ahead like I have been.
Yeah. Because you got to keep your head turned. You got to basically have your head turning like the Exorcist. You got to spin that thing around, because when you're coming up through here, you're almost looking over your shoulder to try to catch each of these other cones as you go through.
All right, I'm gonna
let
this guy go grab that cone and then walk back instead of getting right up on him and surprising him like I did that last one.
Well, he shouldn't be walking. He shouldn't be walking to replace anything.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Yep.
Solid.
Yep.
All right, let's do it again. But this time you gotta fix it. You gotta slow down early.
Yeah.
Remember, you got the timing. You got the timing right coming up through the 6-pack, so you carried more speed and made the same mistake, which is,
well,
you forgot to brake early.
I was on the brakes early. I wasn't using them hard enough.
Okay.
I was definitely on them early, but I was not hitting them hard enough.
Okay.
At all.
And stuff that thing through the floor.
Yeah.
Stuff it through the floor, but do it early.
All right.
Again, it's much better to be too early on the brakes, because that gives you something to work with, than to be too late, because then it kind of screws your whole rhythm up, and it's hard to fix. It's hard to fix things when you're out of shape. When you have at least the car in the right spot, you can still do that when you're brake early.
Okay.
You won't get pushed off the line that you want to stay on.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
I can at least give that guy a fighting chance.
Yeah.
That's a long run. All right, that's probably good enough.
Yep, I'll get out of the way.
was looking so much at the six-pack, I completely lost sight of the first cone there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I center punched that thing.
If it wasn't a center punch, it was really close. So, but here's the thing we need to take away from that, which is, you know, it's good to look. Looking ahead is good. We want to teach looking ahead. It's what you do with that information is what's important. So, it's not just looking at the six-pack, but again, the visualizing that line, visualizing. You know, you can see the other cones in your periphery. You don't want to focus on that one cone that's out there. You know, that one or two cones that are out there that are part of the six-pack. You want to take it all in.
Take it all in.
Because when you look at it, so you turn into the sweeper, you look at that six-pack. You know those other two cones are there, and they're going to come into your field of view. And when you start to see it kind of come out of the right side, and then as it crosses that plane, that's like right in the middle of the car, that kind of invisible line, then that's your cue to go. Okay. You know, so you're not just necessarily just focusing on that six-pack. You know, you need to take into consideration there are other elements between that you catch in your peripheral. So you don't want to forget about all of those things that are in between. Okay. Which I clearly did. Yeah, but it's interesting because you weren't having that problem before. Yeah. But here's the thing. So we're gonna do a few more sessions today. Yeah. We're gonna mess with you in the next sessions. Throw some different challenges at you. You're gonna rely heavily on your eyes to get things done in a minimum amount of runs. Gotcha. So if there's anything to take away, it's two things, which is one, where the car is now doesn't matter. Where the car is in 15, 20 feet, that's what matters. That's all you can really do. Alright. So every input you make into the car, every steering input, every throttle input, every brake input, is not designed for what you're doing now. It's designed to set up for that next cone, or that next turn, or that next solver. Always trying to stay ahead of the car, ahead of the car, ahead of the car. The second thing is, don't forget about the cones in your peripheral. Just because you're looking at a six-pack or these pointers as you go around, doesn't mean that there aren't other cones that matter. Yeah. You know, because you could say, well, yeah, I was looking at these pointers when I went out and took out that whole outside wall. It's like, well, yeah, but you know, you can kind of see that. You can kind of see that in the edge of your vision. But you probably don't really need to go out there. Yeah. So I just completely lost that first cone. I could not find it. Yeah, and the same goes for like slaloms. Yeah. You want to look towards the end of the slalom, but you sort of have that again, that kind of invisible plane. And you're sort of tracing that line. Like, and that's the line that you try to drive, rather than just look at the cone at the end of the slalom and just drive it. Okay. So the same sort of thing applies. Is it's not just what you're looking at, but you're visualizing between where the car is now and where you're going. Okay. All right. Yep. All right. Good job, Dan. Oh, thank you. We'll do more later. Okay. And all right. All right. Thanks. Yep.
Sorry, man, you're stuck with me. I apologize right up front.
I don't have that down yet. So. Anyway, I'm going to run to the bathroom. But,
do we really have to do it backwards? Yes.
What? I did it in fourth group. It's freshest in my mind. I can do this backwards.
You got this. That's why we made it easy on you. I figure you guys got the suck conditions early on, so right?
No, we just get.
That's why you guys just don't run. What am I saying?
Good conditions. I still have a tiny bit of heat.
You're like, dude, my stuff's warm. We got this. Yeah. Sweet. How you feeling about this? You chalked it, cheater.
Yeah, I chalked.
Cheater.
You know what? whenever someone asks if I want to go out and help do course setup the night before, I volunteer.
Yep.
Because I not only get to see the course a whole bunch, then I usually get the test running.
Yep. Nice.
And then whenever someone asks, "Do you want to come chalk it?" I go chalk it because guess what? I get an extra walkthrough.
That's awesome. I'm a Mr. Some guys say you can walk it to death. I don't believe that. I walk that sucker. I'll walk it 4 times. I'll walk it a bunch. I like to know where I'm going.
My problem is I'm chief of registration in this region, so
that's rough.
I only get one. I only get one walkthrough if I'm lucky.
Well, then this is a great school for you.
Yeah.
All right. So
that's also why I help out the night before. So
smart man. And just because you're a good dude, apparently, if you're willing to come and do all that, you've got a very understanding family.
It's just awesome. Me, single guy.
Oh, well then you don't have to put up with that. Even better.
Yeah.
Even better. All right. Let's think about where we're going to be looking when we roll up here, because that's what's going to matter out here. Right?
Yeah. So basically at the start, I'm going to take a look at where the first left-hand turn is, and as I get going, I then start looking for the right-hand one there. And once I get through the left-hand one, I start trying to find the six-pack, try to then find, once I get going out there, then find that little vertical gate to go through. I get out there, and instead of before it's increasing radius, it's decreasing radius, so I want to go fast beginning, slow down, get in there because I need to be on the right side of the slalom, which is the harder side to get on. Slalom through there, look through the finish. Don't necessarily focus on the last one because I don't care about the last one.
Yep.
And then look, once I get past the second to last cone, I need to start, well, before I even get there, I need to start looking for the next right-hander into the right-hander. Just keep following the cones around until I get through the finish.
And the daylight's gonna be a little different because now it's all open on the inside.
Yes, it's open on the inside and closes instead of, basically we went increasing radius beginning, now it's decreasing radius the entire time.
Absolutely. That sounds like a very good description of what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Now, what I will say, obviously we're not going to baby it up, but I would say really position over speed specifically on this first run, because it's a lot easier to build the speed in than it is to check up stuff that we just overshot because we haven't really seen it really right? So, still attack, but wisely.
Not 100%.
Whenever you're ready.
All right.
Talk about it for a minute.
Yeah.
Did you feel you looked far enough ahead?
Initially, no.
It's tough, right?
Yeah, initially, no.
And the visuals are very challenging.
Yes, because there's none.
Yes, precisely.
Yeah, I know that exact reason. As someone who has designed a course in the past, I would never do that.
So, well, it's challenging. This is also designed to force you to look for things that are hard to find, right? So, yeah, we're making this.
I know what you're doing.
It should be tougher than anything you're ever going to see once you leave.
Exactly. So
if
everything should be easy.
Exactly. One thing, a couple little things I would like to address. Visually, we're looking for our first left-hander, we look for our right-hander here. I want you to look to the outside of that wall. Do you feel like we turned in, then we kind of opened up and tracked out?
Yeah.
Okay. Where that wall is on the outside of that turn, that's kind of what we're looking for. So we're going to look for our first double and then look for the end of that wall because we're going to track to the end
of the wall. Okay.
Yep.
Because then, all right, then that might get us set up better for going out
a little better
there.
run down in, right? It's going to open up, it's going to make it easier. Again, you'll see the daylight sooner. You'll be able to be more proactive and put the car, get after it sooner, open it up. Make sense?
Okay, so do I want to be parallel with the final cone?
You want to just get, I'd say you want to get to it.
Get to it.
Let's call it that.
All right.
Okay. When you're ready.
I'm vaguely in the start line.
You're good.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like those.
Yep.
All right. Oh, good. You got to spin, so you got some time.
Yep. You're going to switch up.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. It's nearly 15 degrees warmer than it was yesterday.
Nice. Manual? Oh, it is manual. Nice.
Yep. Yeah, there's only one option in this car, and it's the track package.
this run, I want to kind of try and talk you through where I'm looking.
All right.
Okay. Moderate pace. More concerned about where we're going to put the car.
Someone wasn't looking far enough ahead.
Well, I think. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to have you talk me through this.
Oh, okay.
We changed. We were going to talk you through, and then we changed it last minute.
Okay. All
So
right.
you're going to talk me through where I'm going to drive, and I'm going to drive where you tell me.
All right.
How much fun is that?
Oh, better than me trying to drive and do it, even though I'm going to do that later. That's the one thing I can't do. I'll probably just end up saying the freaking cone over there as I'm doing.
If you're like that pointer, that wall, that I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fine.
All right. You ready?
Okay. Yep. All right. So first point, as we're approaching it, you need to go with the 90-degree left. Right out the wall or out there. Six back, go through the section right there. I think I get to this point. Okay. Look for the entrance to the solid. Where? Sorry. Alright, so go just get through the slalom. Find the next to the last code. Once you're there, start looking to the left. You'll find a right-hander, 90 degrees. Look to the left. Look across the whole thing. Keep it slow. Keep it slow. Up here, 90 degrees. Very slow. Very slow. Patient, 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 patient. Open up, line it up. Yes. It's more of like I forget the name of the freaking element I'm looking at. I know.
If you would at least give me like a point, I'd have driven to it.
Oh, okay.
But
it's like after a while I just like mentally block. I'm like, I know I've designed freaking courses with these things on here. What the hell? What the hell are they called?
Yep, exactly. But again, it's a whole different animal when you're over there doing it, isn't it? Yep. Now, again, we were back and forth on how we were going to approach that, so it could have gone either way. They might want to do it again later. We might have, it's fine, whatever. You've gotten the experience, so it's all good. Now I'm going to kind of take you through and talk to you about where I want to drive.
Okay.
And what I'm looking at.
All right.
Then we're going to switch up again.
Okay.
Then I'm going to have you drive it and talk to me while you're doing it.
The one thing I can't do. Because I've done like, for the Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix, the Steel Cities region, they host an autocross school, and that's one of the things that they do in it, is make you yell out the things.
Okay.
So.
And once again, I don't expect we don't expect you to articulate it. Just merely give me the heads up of where I'm going, so I know where you're looking, and I know that you're seeing it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough. Are you having fun still?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, well, anything is better than yesterday. I'll put it that way.
All right. I'll talk you through where I'm looking.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm looking right from the start. I'm looking right at my first double pointers to prepare for that first lane.
Well, you didn't hit anything,
so similar spots to where you're looking, correct?
Yeah. Pretty similar. Seemed like it.
You ready to talk to me about that?
I'm going to try to. Doesn't mean I'm going to be good at it, but I'm going to try.
Am I making you uncomfortable, sir?
Kidding me? This is the 4th year I've been doing autocross school.
Yeah.
Eventually some of it'll stick, but
it's funny for us as instructors, right? So the phase 1 is always pretty consistent. The phase 2, they do change things up sometimes from event to event.
Yeah.
So it makes it interesting in how you approach the discussion with folks, but it's always the same stuff, and the reactions always end up being the same way. It's like, oh, it's not as much fun. Then I got to talk about it for a minute. Then it's not as much fun. Then wait a minute, I just talked about it. Oh, wait a minute, now I know where I'm going. Oh wait, this is awesome. Let's go.
No, I'm having fun the whole time. You kidding me?
All right, you can pull up whenever you're ready.
All right.
Clear course.
Okay, no one's running for anything. Okay, good. So we're going to come out here to the start.
I know it feels weird.
Vaguely.
All right, now it's designed to do a couple things. Once you get to stop doing all that and just get to look there, it's gonna seem easier.
Yeah. I get that whole.
We want to add some elements to things to make it tougher for you. So when it comes time and I'm not sitting here, you've still got it in your head, and you can still do it on your own, B, and it's become even easier for you to do that. All make sense?
Yep.
I think I just want to let you take one through by yourself.
Okay.
The only thing or not by yourself, but without talking, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And the one thing that I really think that I'd like to see you do, I think we missed, when you're coming out of your slalom, I know we missed that corner, and I think the reason we missed that corner is you said you want to get your head over, but you didn't.
But I didn't,
Oh, you said this.
Someone had a moment.
Yeah, you did. You said the right things, but now you've got to make sure that you're doing the right things in the process.
Okay.
Okay? We don't need to talk.
Yeah.
If I see you not looking where I want you to look, I might give you a little bit of the finger or get your head up. 2 spots, specifically there, and specifically here, coming out of the slot and on over the whatever you want to call that, the 2-cone slalom, whatever, over into where he is now.
Yeah.
I think as we're coming down in there, you've got nice throttle commitment. That's good.
Yeah.
But I want to see you get your head over and pick that up as soon as possible. You did. Now, did you think after you rode with me, I think you minimized your distance through there significantly afterwards?
Yeah,
and tightened
I think
it up?
so.
And I think it felt better. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think maybe what I'm doing subconsciously is I'm realizing, okay, I have nothing to look at. I can't find anything. So let's go a little bit by memory over into there.
And I don't want you to do
that.
Because it's not impossible, but it's also not optimal.
It's not the fastest.
Right. I want to put the car exactly where it wants to be by seeing that data.
Yeah. So, all right.
I'm not sure how to react to that. You're like, yeah, I suppose.
I have a very nonchalant attitude.
I like it. All right.
It keeps me calm and not drive like a maniac out there if I don't get to overexcite myself.
Another thing, okay?
Yeah.
When you roll out on your start, even if you have to short shift a little bit,
a little bit more.
Even I'm saying, if you have to make sure you get your turn in done get it done right, so you get your setup for your wall done right.
Okay.
Don't worry. So it almost always is faster to get the position right than to wind it out in first gear. Not saying that that's necessarily an issue, but it's something you might want to try. Make sure when I'm not in the car, there's spots where I told you to look, that's when you're looking.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Mid slalom, it's tough.
Well, yeah. This camera back there will reveal because I have it angled perfectly. I can see my eyes in it.
That's funny. But look at the payoff we got when we did it right.
It felt a whole lot better.
Yep. And same thing as you're shooting through that 6-pack. Or not shooting out of the 6-pack through the slot, I guess, through the 2-cone. Make sure you get over and see that because you'll put the car right where it needs to be. That's just smoke, guys. It's just
Jeez.
All right. You good?
Yep.
Got a plan?
All
right, man. That's it.
Fun.
All right, now, how did the beginning with the shorter shift feel?
It gave me more time to prepare for the turn, so it
looked more settled.
Yes, much more
composed. Did it feel faster?
Vaguely, yeah, a little bit.
Okay. All right. Because sometimes, sometimes the thing that feels slower, sometimes you see the smooth, it ends up being faster. To me, it looked like you were dead on your position, and you didn't fight the car on the way out of the wall.
Okay.
You're able to roll the throttle down and get down. What up? Now, I mean, you tell me. You're in the car. I'm standing out here. If it wasn't it, then
no, it felt good. I don't know. Sometimes, honestly, on certain courses where there's a turn right away, I'll just start in second. So
gotcha. So apparently it can be a thing sometimes.
Yeah.
About that run. Let's go back to that run. So what felt good about it? What felt bad about it?
Let's see. It actually felt like I got through the first section pretty good.
Yeah, it looked good.
Looks like I got out to the six-pack and the vertical gate.
Yep.
I got there pretty well, and actually got into the entrance of the slalom pretty well.
It looked like money. How about your exit out of the slalom and down into that turn?
Exit out of the slalom, I was a little bit late finding the right-hander, but I still found it and got there.
Okay.
But I knew I was just a little bit late on it because I think I was going through the slalom a little bit hot.
Okay.
So
you got a good entry into it. So you probably carried more speed through it, but you got a little bit loose. So be ready. If you get that run into it, make sure you check it up as you need to get through the slalom still appropriate.
I think I was going in there faster, but I accelerated through part of it. I think I accelerated a little bit too much.
You need a little speed maintenance.
So it was not necessarily the entrance. It was
but how about your head? Did you get your head over and see that in time?
It was a little late, but I saw it, but I did see it.
So
I did get it over there.
This run. That's going to be your key focus point.
Okay, go try to find that.
Remember how good that felt when you turned your head in early like that? Make sure you get your head over and find that.
Yeah. It felt good, but it wasn't as good as the one time I got it.
Yeah, it was money that run before.
Yeah.
But I was in there smacking the head. I'm in there smacking the head.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, your next event, I'm not going to be in there smacking.
Oh, whatever. I'll figure it out.
So focus on that. Try and get that head turned over there, right? The short chip was okay. Go with the short chip. Hit the marks on the way out. Okay. And the finish was maybe a touch enthusiastic.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not as enthusiastic as mine.
Yeah.
But a touch.
Yeah, I got to turn this thing on and off every once in a while because of traction control.
Dude, my C5 does that. The C5 will start to nanny up after a minute.
Yeah.
It didn't it thought it was too enthusiastic through the finish as well.
Yeah, well, no, it's preventative maintenance because I would bet you after like if I do like 5 hot laps in a row, like number 6 will just shut me down halfway through it. So.
I see you've driven this car before.
Yeah. It never happens at actual events. It only ever happens at schools because I'm hot lapping. Yeah.
All right. Focus on those key things. Hit the marks. See that.
Gotcha.
Again, we're far away, but it looked good. How'd it feel?
It felt good.
Looked like money.
Yeah.
Looked like you got your turning nailed down there.
Yep.
Run out looked good. Down through the one cone looked tidy. How about the wrap into the slalom entry? I couldn't really see that very
entry,
well.
it felt the same as before, but I did the same acceleration before, but I prepared for it.
And it liked it.
Yeah.
And because you weren't unsettled, you were able to turn your head over and get the
I wasn't sucked back in the car like, okay, I got to fix this right now.
Yep.
And then, oh crap, I got to go turn. It was like, okay, I'm good. Where's the court?
Nice improvements, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And this thing's a hoot. I hadn't driven the 5-liter version of this yet in this trim.
They're hilariously fun.
I could see how you could get sucked into really liking driving this car.
Oh, because when you get it right, it just feels so good.
The Corvette's kind of the same way.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, excellent improvement. Hopefully we learned something. And again, it just keeps getting harder.
Yeah, that's fine.
Be ready for the next round.
I'll be fine.
All right. Nice driving.
Thanks.
Power! Does everybody say that when they get in?
I would probably say it every time I got in if I owned the car.
All right. How you feeling about this direction? What are we thinking, man?
Well, first off, I noticed that cone right down there becomes more important.
Oh yeah.
Because I gotta get on the hard side of the slalom there.
Yep.
And you did actually make this a whole ton easier by putting a cone a lot closer that I can go find a lot sooner.
There is that.
Instead of having to go like this or all the way like that.
But what it does, I will say, well, I'll just put it this way. Both of those changes look like they're pretty angry. They're angrier than you think.
Oh, I know they are.
Okay. No, I'm telling you, they're angrier than you think.
Yeah.
The first one specifically, as you came down here in the morning, and you had to backside that second pointer to get set up for your slalom. Remember how tough that was to sometimes get behind that to get set up for that?
Yeah. I know this time around, I have to exercise patience of a saint around that one.
Okay, good deal, good deal. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm saying, as bad as you think it is, think it's worse, because it is.
Error on the side of being slow.
Yes.
That's what everyone's been saying all weekend. So.
Error on the side of being smarter.
Okay.
There, and then also, so as that cone is brought down towards the corner there, towards the wall of 3, I guess you call it the end, right? So think about how we would set that arc earlier to split that gap. And think about how much different that arc is going to be now.
Yeah.
We have to go down farther. Now,
you're exiting on the side that's slightly more beneficial. So it's not like it's a very drastic change, but it is a decently drastic.
It's a pretty good change. It's a pretty good change. Like you said, visually you'll be able to find it easier. And once you find it, you'll be able to set that arc and you'll see it.
I'll be able to know what the arc should be because I can find it easier.
Absolutely. And then
I'm not saying it's easier to drive. I'm just saying it's easier to look at.
Yes. I wholeheartedly agree with that. So then you have your 3-cone slalom, right? Which now unsettles you into the 6-pack.
Correct. So I can't go full throttle into it anymore. Well,
at some point we will, hopefully.
Eventually go full throttle, but I can't go as full throttle as soon as I was.
Correct. Correct. So something else to be aware of. It changes the dynamic of that portion.
Yeah, which means it means my entry speed coming into the 290s there is probably going to be a little less. So maybe readjust that for the braking point.
Maybe you'll have a better opportunity to get that look up and across and see what you need to see.
Yeah.
And then see what that does to your braking.
Yeah.
I think if you just look up and see it, because you won't be going quite as quick, so you'll have a better opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
That you'll adjust that braking point automatically.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. On paper, this is pretty simple.
Well, that's why we're going to do this a few times.
Yeah. Let's see if I can not screw up the first left hand like I was doing all.
What were you doing all morning?
Well, wasn't I was doing it all morning. It's just like I kind of regressed. I started driving instead of like driving around it. I drove at it.
All right. Well, then this is what I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
You're looking at the first pointer now. I'm sure you are. As soon as we roll out and see these doubles, I want you looking at the second pointer.
Okay.
Because we want to get the nose of the car to that second pointer.
Yeah, I was finding the second one fine. I was just, the problem is I was like getting out there and like immediately turning left right at it.
Okay.
Not doing a nice arc.
Well, we're going to do a nice arc.
Yes.
Good deal. When you're ready.
All right, we're good? Oh, crap. It does let you have quite a bit of fun.
It does. So, aside from how'd you feel about your first slalom?
First slalom entry, I was drastically distracted by the fact that my traction control was still on.
I think your position was not bad at all.
Yeah.
I think you did a decent job of positioning that.
Yeah.
I thought you did a decent job of positioning your circle entry as well.
Okay.
You were definitely bumpered up through the slalom, I would say.
Yeah.
And
because that just got me out of sorts a little bit.
Fair enough. I understand. Been there, done that, man. My Mini, I was just telling the last fella, the GTI, I had a big sticker on the center of it that said traction control off, asshole. It was on my car for 2 years. So yeah, been there, done that. That aside, Did you have any problem finding the entry to the 3-cone, the new 3-cone?
No, not at all.
Nailed it, right up in there. Felt good.
Yeah.
It didn't seem to unsettle you too badly coming out of it, running down into the 90-degree corners, right? We're still hustling coming down there. I mean, this thing built speed quickly, but still, it doesn't slow you down as much as you might think it would, right?
No. I was definitely going slower because I never hit the rev limiter.
Right.
And in the morning, I was hitting the rev limiter for a good second.
Wow, okay.
Before I was getting into there. So I never hit the rev limiter, so I know I was doing less than 58 miles an hour.
Yep, okay, fair enough. So, what do we want to do besides leave the traction control off?
Aside from that,
what do we want to do a little bit differently? Where can we make adjustments, you think?
Well, let's see. I know coming out of here, find that a little bit better.
Was that visual, or was that just cold tires?
It might have been cold tires.
I think it
coming
was,
back on,
it was that.
Just.
Yeah. So that should be an easy fix.
Yeah, that's an easy enough fix.
What else we got?
Let's see. It was easy to find that cone, but the first cone out there, I think I focused a little bit too much on the third one. Didn't find the 6-pack fast enough.
Okay. That's going to let you get to your throttle as soon as possible.
Yeah, it is. Shoot. I think if I clean up that and get into there, I think the arc out there felt good.
I agree.
I'm fighting for things to find that I need to fix.
I think that let's work on those couple things and see what you have to say after this run.
Okay.
All right, because I'm out. You're on your own now, son.
Thank you.
I'm going to be counting on your feedback to help make these adjustments.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Am I good?
When you're ready.
All right. Fun.
Alright. So, if you had to describe that run to me in one word, how would you describe it?
Fun?
Okay. Alright, if you had to describe that run in one critical word, how would you describe it?
Uneventful except for the last event. The last coming across the finish line where I got it completely sideways. But
to me, it looked like I would use the word overdriven. The front of the car was overdriven, especially on the way out.
Okay.
You missed your inside second point in the circle.
Okay.
It pushed all the way down to the wall before the left going up into the slalom.
All right.
It slid. You didn't drive it down there. It pushed down there.
Huh.
You don't recall these?
I do recall trying to find the
slalom entry?
No, the far cone down there,
Yeah.
And I missed that one because I couldn't see it at all.
Okay.
Like I saw it the first time, and I just had no idea where it was in relation to my front bumper.
Fair enough.
Whenever I was trying to find it down there, so that's why I
got outside.
Tracked out.
Yep. Okay, so down the hill, perhaps that was a track out, but the miss was definitely a little bit of just a miss.
Yeah.
The slalom field, did you?
Slalom, I got in there a little bit over exuberant.
Covered a lot of distance.
Yeah.
Which is, again, that's where I'm going back to my overdriven.
Yeah.
The sweeper and the run down into 3 didn't look bad at all. That looked okay.
That felt pretty good.
The left-hander 90 for the finish? The run up in there, left-hander 90 for the finish?
Felt fine to me.
Okay, it looked okay. It didn't look... It looked faster when I've seen you run before, let's put it that way.
Okay.
But the finish looked like fun, but as we're spinning the tires through there, it's probably not...
Yeah, probably not.
Way, right?
Yeah.
So a couple of things to adjust. Not caving your head in.
Yeah.
You know, you got after it, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
We got 2 more shots to do it, right?
Okay.
So let's roll up there. Let's think about fixing those couple things we just talked about. Anything else you'd like to add to that you would want to work on? That you feel like you would do better than that run?
Well, I know my biggest problem was entry to the slalom.
How do we fix it? Okay, so what was bad about it? How do we fix it? Do we need to set it up better? And if not, can we turn it earlier? And if not, do we have to slow down?
Maybe slow down.
Okay.
Trying to get out there. I can see what just generally
Before you leave. Think about the couple things you want to fix. Make sure you hit those marks.
All right.
All right.
I got into it easier.
Yeah. Maybe you could charge up the hill a little better, but then woe down for your entry.
Okay, all right.
Because I think you woed down right, but you woed down early.
Gotcha.
But to the same speed, maybe, because your slalom entry looked great, and you charged through it and out of it.
Okay.
How was your mile an hour at the end of the slalom relative to the previous run, would you say?
Oh, heck, I don't know.
Hard to say?
Okay. Hard to say.
So it didn't feel better to you then, slowing down?
It felt like I got in there easier, but I don't know if it was faster. It didn't feel any faster, but I know if it feels too fast,
Right. It didn't look overdriven. It didn't look out of control. It looked manageable. So maybe when we get to the point where it's totally manageable, then it's a tiny bit faster.
Yeah.
Right. But I think you're closer to where you want to be now than you were when you were doing this through the slalom the whole time. Okay.
Yeah.
How about your arc down into your 3?
Arc down into the 3 still feels good.
Looked good to me, yes.
Yeah.
And the finish to me that time, your entry into your left-hander looked better.
Yeah.
And then the
Felt
right
better.
hand, you weren't out of control, but was the back end dead stuck or was it moving at all?
I eased into the throttle a little bit more. It wasn't, and when once.
So somewhere in between the run before and that run.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense?
Yeah.
You good?
Yep.
You getting frustrated? You having fun?
No, I'm not getting frustrated at all. I'm great. This is fun.
Oh, okay, good. I just want to make sure we're doing things that are going to get better.
Yeah.
What do we need to do to get better?
Yeah. I got another run, or?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not kicking you out yet.
Oh, all right.
Like I say, I'm not kicking you out till you smile, but you frown every time you come in until you ran out of tires. Oh, also, you still can get closer to the second point.
Oh, I know I can.
Okay.
Because that time I actually saw it. I saw it go past my door, and whenever I see it go past my door, that's I can get closer.
I'd like to see you get right up on it. It's going to make this better.
All right.
If you do get on it, you get your run out of here, be ready for it on the bottom because you're going to get a better run down.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
When you're ready. The beginning of it, but it looked better once you got through it.
Yeah.
So I think you were really close to being right where you needed to be. You just got your turn in a little bit early, but the car didn't look unsettled, didn't look happy. How did it feel?
Well, I definitely used too much gas going up the hill.
Oh, okay.
Charged up the hill too hard. So basically I got to find that nice little pendulum spot in the middle.
A for effort.
Yeah.
You're making adjustments. I like it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I was definitely tighter on that.
Oh yeah, you were.
Definitely tighter on that one.
If you had another run, which unfortunately you don't, you were nice and tight, but then open it up and roll that throttle, let it go back out. You know what I mean? Just so
I think I did notice what I did do though was to get tight on that. I think I may have stared at it a little bit too long. get look far enough down to the next one, and then halfway through that turn I realized, oh wait, dumbass, there's another turn I have to go around up there. I immediately found it again. So
okay, well, did it screw up your line, or did it just surprise you?
no, it didn't really screw up my line. It didn't feel like it screwed up my line. It felt like I got down there faster.
My point is just the fact that you just identified that is a very good sign.
Yeah, I know.
That's a very good sign. So I like it. That looked good. Aside from the very the slalom thing right there at the beginning, everything else about that run looked like money, and it looked like a from outside the car.
Oh,
so I think it's a big run.
Yeah, it's fun.
Looked like fun.
You know, we'll say to everyone, easier to find that cone out there than to put it out there.
You're welcome. Is there anything else we can do for you before final rounds?
All
right. Hey, nice driving, man.
Yeah,
nice
thanks.
time pickup.
Myself down.
So wait, let me get this straight. You were a little herky-jerky to the A, and then it's going to get a lot better? This sounds like a theme.
Uh-huh.
You got a plan for it, though? You got a plan for it, though?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got it now.
Let's see how she feels with a little heat in her.
Oh, probably a lot better. Went down the hill too fast.
Okay, that's an easy fix.
Uh-huh.
Just carry too much speed, or?
Yeah, just carried too much speed down there. Everything else felt fine.
Did you see it?
Huh?
Did you see it in advance? Did you look over and see it first? He's talking about down the hill after slalom?
Yeah, just down there. I just carried too much speed around there.
Okay.
Just tracked out too wide,
Okay.
and just, well, hit several cones in that wall.
Sounds like an easy fix.
Yeah, it's an easy enough fix.
When you're ready.
All right.